All right, should be up and running for match number 2. It's all fine. It's all very exciting here in warm-ups. Volleyball's flying everywhere. Really?
You're causing trouble already.
She's causing trouble, not me, Vic. No, boy. Be right back. All right, Ace finishing warm-ups here. Abby hit that one halfway to Sedona, and that's not a good thing. On that warm-up hit, if you just saw it from the right side. I think that one landed on the in between the two courts, way over back left there. Ace needs to do a better job of swarming the ball like they're on Clendathu this set. Let's hope this coach isn't a brain bug like the last one was. Got to snuff those guys out. And watch your foot.
Excuse you. Got me a photo bomb.
Because he has a... Is that his hair? No, it's a hat. It's a pink hat. It's not his hair.
Nice glasses.
Thank you, thank you. All right, warm-up's done. We'll get the starting lineup in there, and then it will begin. What'd you say? Oh. Do you want a fruit strip? All right, Ace. I forget what they got them. I'll find out. Yeah, you got them. They ordered 120 for all the teams they played throughout the weekend. I'll figure it out there. All right, looks like Zona is going to start with the serve. Yep, Mael just came in. There's Rico. There's Addison. And there's Leah. Zona with the serve. All right. Captain Cassie Barney making the rounds of the high fives. Got a new ref. Zona to start off with the serve. Again, best 2 out of 3 sets. First 2 sets go to 25. Got to win by 2. If there's a tiebreaker, goes to 15. Still got to win by 2. Give a shout out to everybody watching. What do we got? We got Illinois, Indiana, Texas, Arizona. I'm probably leaving people out already. Ball's in the air from Zona. Addison unable to handle that one. 1-0 Zona. The score is 1-0. You wanted a Metallica reference? Ask and you shall receive. They have a song called One. And that'll be it for Metallica references for me because, meh. It's my opinion. Ball's in the air. Mael able to get that one up. Addison gets over to save that one. Leah sends a free ball over the net. Zona able to get a two-handed pass to a set. Set over to their outside. Goes up for a hit. Gets a hit. Addison able to dig it, but it does go out of bounds. That's another point for Zona. Zona up 2-0. As far as I know, Metallica does not have a song called 2. Ball's in the air from Zona. Rico able to dig that one. Get it to Cassie. Cassie over to Leah on the outside. Leah with a hit into a block. Ace able to dig that one. Leah gets it back over the net. Zona able to dig it. Pass it to the net. Cassie with the block over the net. Back to their middle. Their middle with another tip. A tip back and forth and back and forth. Rico to Leah. Leah with a hit. Too strong. It's going to be another point for Zona. Lots of back and forth at the net there. Zona up 3-0. Ball's in the air. Mael able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie sets the setter dump over. Zona is able to cover that one. Their outside goes up for a hit. Rico with a two-handed hit. Addison with a bump set over to Leah. Leah with a hit. Zona with a dig. Zona to their outside with another hit. Addison with a dig. Cassie able to get that one back over to Addison in the back row. Addison with a down ball into the net. Point for Zona. Zona up 4-0 to start this first set in match number 2 on day number 1 of Festival Phoenix. Sorry, just that was a heck of a save from Cassie, but Ace could not take advantage of it. Zona now up 5-0. Put 5-0 to get 50. 50 estate added to the Union. Hawaii, August of 1959. The star didn't go on the flag until July 4th of 1960 because that's how it works. Kaylee coming in for Addison. That was going to go out of bounds. Addison played that one. Kaylee coming in the back row. Zona up 6-0. Oh, I lied. That is not Kaylee. That is Sophie. My apologies. Zona still with the serve, up 6-0. Ball's in the air. No touch, too strong. Point ace. Ace down 1-6. Captain Cassie Barney to serve. Ball's in the air from the captain. Zona able to get that one with a two-handed pass. Their back row with a hit. Mael able to dig that one. Cassie sets that one up for Sarah. Sarah tips it over. Zona able to recover. And Sarah with the block and the point. Oh, nope, I lied. Sarah went for the block, and it went on our side of the net, straight down. See what happens when you're... Yeah, I just missed that one. I'm not the ref, right? That's why I don't score the game. I just keep the score. Leah with a hit. Zona able to dig that one. Get a bump set over to their outside. Outside goes up for a swing and a hit through the block, and another point for Zona. Zona now up 8-1. Timeout ace here early in set number 1 of match number 2. Back from timeout, Zona up 8-1. Turn that around to get 1-8. What happened in 1918? World War I ended on 11/11 on the 11th hour. Formerly known as Armistice Day, of course, that is now Veterans Day. Rico, the Roughneck, with the kill. Into the block. Ace down 2-8. Leah Smith serving. Ball's in the air from Leah. Zona hits that one up, out the end line. They are able to recover, send a free ball over the net. Leah able to pass that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Sarah. Sarah has to send a tip over into a block. Sophie with a one-handed dig to Rico. Rico with a tip over. Zona able to get a pass and a set to their back row. Mael with a dig. Cassie sets set her dump over the net. She gets called for a double. Nope, I lied. Not a double. A back row hit because she left her feet. That is going to be a point for Zona. Zona up 9-2. Kaylee coming in for Leah in the back row. 2-9. What happened in 1929? The stock market went down. Herbert Hoover also approved the plans for what was then the Boulder Dam, later renamed the Hoover Dam. Sarah with a big hit. Out of bounds for the set from Cassie. Zona serving up 10-2. It's usually more well known as the 2-10, but Doyle Brunson won the World Series of Poker with the 2-10 hand. Not a great starting hand, but he pulled it off. Rico with another kill. The lefty coming in strong. Mael to serve. Avery into the front row. And Mael serving. Ball's in the air for Mael. Zona able to dig that one, get it to their outside for a hit. They hit it way too strong. Out the end line, point ace. Ace within 6, down 4-10. Turn that around, you get 10-4. That's not me signing off, guys. That's just the score. Ball's in the air. Zona able to get 1, 2, 3 hits. Avery sets it up for Rico. Rico has to send a right-handed tip over. Zona recovers, gets it to their outside for a full hit. Cassie's two-handed pass cannot recover. It's a point for Zona. Zona up 11-4. Ball's in the air from Zona. Mael able to dig that to Cassie. Cassie sets that up for Avery. Avery sends the tip into a block. Cassie able to recover. Rico, the lefty, with another strong hit. Zona able to get that one up there. Outside hits it through a block. Point for Zona. Ace did everything right on that point. Just did not execute quite well enough. Zona up 12-4. Ball's in the air. Kaylee able to dig that one. Cassie able to recover, but sends it only where somebody wasn't. Could not quite get it straight up when she played it off the net. Point Zona. Zona up 13-4. Ball's in the air. Mael to Cassie. Cassie over to Avery. Avery with a hit. Just out of bounds. Point Zona. Zona up 14-4 here in the first set. Starting off as a rough first day for Ace. Mael able to dig that one. Goes over net, but the play stays alive. They set it up to their outside. Outside goes for a hit. Rico gets a block along with Avery. Outside goes up for another hit. Another block. They're unable to recover the second time. Point Zona. Zona up 15 for second and last timeout for Ace here in this first set. Did you get it? All right, we are back from timeout. I missed what may have happened there. All right, Zona serving up, 15-4, balls in the air. Mael able to get that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Rico, the lefty, with another hit. Through a block, another kill for Rico. She is on fire here this set. All right, Abby coming in for Cassie in the front row. Beth coming in for Rico in the back row to serve. Ball's in the air from Beth. Zona able to get that one to the net, but not over the net. Couldn't quite handle that one. It's an ace for Beth. An ace for Ace. Ace down 6-15. Beth with the serve. Lands just too far. Service error. Point Zona. Zona up 16-6 here in set number 1. Match number 2, day number 1. Festival Phoenix. Ball's in the air. Mael able to get that to Beth. Beth sets that up for Abby. Abby sends a down ball over the net. Zona able to handle that one. They get a hit off of Avery. Avery blocks it, but it does roll out of bounds. That's a point for Zona. Zona up 17-6. Zona with the serve. Ball's in the air. Abby able to dig that to Beth. Beth gets that back over to Abby. Abby with a hit. And with a kill. Up ref called net. And I'm going to give Abby the kill anyway because she earned that one. All right, we got Addison coming in for Sophie and to serve. And Leah coming for Kaylee in the front row. Addison to serve down 17-7. Ball's in the air from number 42. Zona able to get that one, sets it up all the way to their outside for a hit over the block. Ace able to recover. Leah punches it over. Zona get a two-handed pass and a bump set to their right side, who sends a down ball over the net. Beth is able to get to that one, but not get out of the way from anybody else. That's a point Zona. Zona up 18-7. Ace was scrambling well on that play. Ball's in the air from Zona. Service error, point Ace. Ace down 8-18. Avery to serve. Sarah into the front row. Ball's in the air from number 25. Zona able to dig that one to their setter. Setter over to their outside. Up for a hit. That is through and over the block. Another point for Zona. Zona up 19-8. Mael into the back row for Avery. Ball's in the air. Mael into the ceiling. Addison able to recover. Oh, Sarah goes to push it over the net. Cannot connect into the net. Point Zona. Zona up 20-8. Ace has no more timeouts. They cannot stop this again. Zona with the serve. Mael with the dig. Beth with the setup over to Leah on the outside. Leah with a hit. Zona able to dig that one. Sets it up to their outside. Goes up for a hit. Sends a down ball across, and that is out of bounds. Unforced error from Zona is a point for Ace. Ace down 9-20. Cassie Barney coming in for Abby and to serve. Callie Rico coming to the front row for Beth. Number 28 with the serve. Down the line. Zona able to get that to their middle. To get through a block. Cassie's able to dig that one, get it to Leah. Leah with a hit into another block. Rico with the save. Cassie can't quite get there. Great at-net play from Zona on that one. Couple of, I think they had, 3 blocks on that play. Zona with the point and a serve. Zona up 21-9. Ball's in the air. Nobody moved. Ace for Zona. Sophie coming in for Addison in the back row. Ball's in the air. Service air. Point ace. Ace down 10-22. Leah to serve. Excuse me. Ball's in the air from Leah. Takes a dive over the net. Zona able to dig that one. They get it to their right side. Goes up for a hit. Rico with a one-handed save. Cassie goes for another one. Cannot quite get there. Fumbling over the chair. Took a chair to the chest there. So that might leave a mark. Ball's in the air. Service air. Point ace. Mile to serve. Avery into the front row. Ball's in the air from Mael. Zona unable to handle that one. That's an ace for Mael and an ace for Ace. Ace down 12-23. Ball's in the air from Mael. Service error. Merry Christmas Eve. Score is 12-24. Zona. Set point coming up. Zona with the serve. Ball's in the air. That was a high rainbow serve, landed right in the middle of the court. Point Zona. Zona wins that first set 25-12. Second set coming up in about 3 minutes. Ace will have the serve here to start the second set. So hope we can go on a little run to start things off. We got Cassie and Leah and Sarah and Avery. Avery will serve. Sophie and Rico. Ace with the serve. I lied. Avery was on the court for lineup purposes. Mael is serving. And away we go. Set number 2. Ace needs to win this to force the third. Ball's in the air for Mael. Zona able to handle that one. They get a bump set over to their outside. Outside goes up for a hit. Swings it over the block, over everything. No touch. That's a point for Ace. Ace up 1-0. If you weren't paying attention last set, Metallica has a song called One. And I'm out. There, you got 2 references. It's the same one. Ball's in the air. Zona able to dig that one. Outside gets a hit. Mael able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up all the way over to Leah. Leah with a hit. That was going to go out. Zona saved us with that one. They wanted to hit that one. Is another point for Ace. That was too strong as well.
You caught it.
I know, but if I would just like... Sorry, I'm terrible.
No, you're fine.
I mean, I catch the stick.
Yep, still looking good. Good job. Serves in the air for Mael. Ace up 2-0. Ace up 3-0. Leo with a little tip kill there. Ball's in the air from number 2. That's an ace for Mael. An ace for Ace. Ace up 4-0. Woo! Good 4-0 run so far to start this set from Ace with Mael serving. This is way easier. They should just do this every time. Ball's in the air for Mael. Another ace for Mael. Zona couldn't handle that one. Ace up 5-0. Ball's in the air for Mael. Zona can't handle that one. 3 in a row for Mael. Ace up 6-0. What happened in 6-0-1960? JFK defeats Richard Nixon to become the 35th president of the United States. If you want to know what happened in the year 6, look it up. Serve from Mael, too strong. They finally got a hold of that one. Point Zona. Zona to serve down 1-6. Put that together, you get 16. What happened in 2016? Donald Trump elected 45th president of the United States. Ball's in the air. Sophie able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Sarah, who took a soft swing and didn't quite go for it. Zona with the point. Zona down 2-6 and serving. Ball's in the air from Zona. Sophie able to dig that one. Cassie sets that one up for Leah with a big hit. Zona able to dig that one up into the net. A kill for Leah. They cannot handle that. Ace up 7-2. I mean, we're on a roll. 1972. Richard Nixon gets reelected. Ball's in the air. Too strong from Cassie. Point Zona. Zona down 3-7. 24, 10, 13, 28, 2, 18. All right, just make sure I have my lineup right. Zona serving down 3-7. Ball's in the air. Mael cannot handle that. Zona down 4-7. Turn that around, you get 7-4. We did 1776. Let's do July 4th. America, almost 250. Little over a week away. Ball's in the air from Zona. Mael able to dig that one. Cassie gets that for Leah on the right side. Leah sends it over the net. Zona able to dig that one. Get a bump set to their right side. Gets a swing into a block. Sarah's able to save it off the block. Rico with this bump set. Goes over the net. Cassie with a two-handed pass to Mael. Mael to Leah. Leah with a hit. Zona able to dig that one. They set it up over to their outside. Goes up for a big hit. Around the block. Cassie gets hands on it but cannot get it up. That's a point for Zona. Zona now within 2. Down 5-7. If you want the ketchup to come out on the glass bottle, just tap that little embossed 5-7 right up near the bottom of the neck. Come right out for you. Ball's in the air for Zona. Mael, two-handed pass. Cassie sends a bump set over to Sarah. Sarah with a hit. Zona able to get under it, get it over to their outside. They send a hit. Oh, it does roll over the net. Leah can't quite get it up high enough. Another point for Zona. Now within 1, down 6-7. Ball's in the air for Zona. Mael able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie sets that up for Leah on the right side. Leah with a good hit. Zona able to dig that one. Sets that up to their middle. Who tips it over. Cassie able to dive and go for it, but not get to it. We are tied at 7. Zona serving. Ball's in the air. Leah able to get that to Cassie. Cassie all the way over to Rico. Rico with a tip over the net. Zona with a two-handed pass to their setter. Setter bumps it to their outside, who just tips it right over the net, right over the block. Cassie unable to get there. Zona now up 8-7 here in set number 2. Ball's in the air. Leah able to send that one right back over the net. Zona able to dig it to their setter. Setter to their right side. Goes up for a tip. Leah with the block. And the point. We are tied at 8. We did 8-8-88 last time for the Cubs. How about this pop culture reference? How fast do you have to go back in time? 88 miles an hour. Leah with a serve. Takes a dive over the net. Zona able to dig that one. They have to tip it over the net. Sophie gets that to Cassie. Cassie sets that one up for Rico. Rico the lefty. Hits it through the block. They cannot recover. That's a kill for Rico. I would like to know more. That's Rico's 5th or 6th kill today throughout the 2 sets. Leah serves. Too strong. We are tied at 9. Give a shout out to the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Number 99. Kaylee coming in for Leah in the back row. Zona serving. Tied at 9. Ball's in the air. Mael able to dig that one to Cassie. Cassie with a bump set to Rico. Rico the lefty with a hit. Too strong. That's a point for Zona. Zona now up 10-9. Ace looking stronger this set than they did in the first. Ball's in the air from Zona. Sarah able to dig that one, but it goes, does not quite make it over the net. That's a point for Zona. Zona up 11-9 here in set number 2. Ball is in the air. Mael able to dig. He just sends a down ball over the net. Cassie able to save that. Mael gets a bump set over to Sophie. Sophie with the down ball over. Zona able to get down and dig that one. Their outside gets a hit. Kaylee to Sarah. They're going to call a double on Sarah over the net. That was a good rally going back and forth. The point does go to Zona. Zona up 12-9. Ball's in the air from Zona. What's going to work? Teamwork. Timeout, Ace. That ball came right at me, and I hit it with my left hand, and it went right to one of the other dads, and he caught it. So that's why I was singing What's Gonna Work, Teamwork. Zona up 13-9 here in set number 2. Ace needs to win this one to send it to a third. Ball's in the air from Zona. Kaylee able to dig that one. Cassie sends it over to Sophie. Sophie sends the down ball over the net. Zona able to dig that one. It's an overpass. Sarah bats it down. Zona unable to recover. It's a kill for Sarah and a point for Ace. Ace down 10-13. Sarah to serve. Avery into the front row. Ball's in the air from Sarah. That's going to be out of bounds. Service error. Point Zona. Zona up 14-10. Mael into the back row for Sarah. Ball's in the air from Zona. Mael digs that one. Cassie able to get over and save it. Sophie unable to get it back over the net. That's a point for Zona. Zona up 15-10. Zona with the serve. Cassie wins a little battle there at the net. They are going to call what happened there?
I don't know what this is.
I don't know. They gave Zona the point, so Zona's up 16-10. I really have no idea what happened there. That's an ace for Zona, now up 17-10. Yeah, I don't know what that 16th point was. The up ref called it. All right, Zona up 17-10. Ball's in the air. Callie goes for it. Mael should have got it. Another point for Zona. Zona up 18-10 here in set number 2. Ace needs to stop this bleeding quick. Ball's in the air. Now 19-10. Timeout Ace, their second of the set and final. 19-10 Zona.
I'll tell you anytime.
All right, back from timeout. Ball's in the air from Zona. Sophie with the two-handed pass to Cassie. Cassie to Avery. Avery with a kill into a block. And that works out well. That's a kill for Avery through the block. Zona cannot recover. It is 11-19. Ace serving. Beth coming in for Rico to serve. Abby coming in the front row for Cassie. Ball's in the air from Beth. That's an ace for Beth. They just watched it hit. It is now 12-19. Woo! Beth with the serve. That one takes a dive. Zona able to get to it. Gets it to their middle. Who hits it? Out. Too strong. Another point ace. Ace serving down 13-9. Ball's in the air from Beth. Zona able to dig that one, sets it up for their middle. Middle gets a hit. That one's in. That's going to be a point for Zona. Zona up 20-13. To follow up on a previous reference, when it became January 1st, 2013, boy, the Mayans were surprised. Ball's in the air from Zona. Kaylee unable to dig that one. 21-13, Zona. Zona 4 points away from a 2-set sweep. Leah coming in for Kaylee in the back row. Ball's in the air for Zona. Leah able to dig that one for Beth. Beth sets that one up for Abby. Abby gets a hit, hits a down ball over the net. Zona able to dig that one, sets it up for their outside. Outside gets a hit. Oh, off Avery's block. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be a point for Zona. Zona up 22-13. Ball's in the air for Zona. Leah able to get underneath that one. Beth runs all the way over. Avery able to send a free ball over the net. A great save from Beth. And that's a hit from the middle. That's going to be a point for Zona. Zona up 23-13. 2 points away from a straight set sweep. Ball's in the air from Zona. Too strong. Service error. Point ace. Ace to serve down 14-23. Sophie to serve. Too strong. Service error. Point Zona. Zona up 24-14. Set and match point for Zona. Ball's in the air. Avery to Beth. Back to Avery. She tips it over. Zona's able to recover. Zona tries to send one over. Avery blocks it back over. Zona recovers back over. Gets the point. That is the second set. 25-14 to Zona. Zona wins 2-0. We will see you in 1 hour's time after the next set is over for the final match of the evening against the Oakland Volleyball Program. Until then,